Hi, my name's Infinite, and you're listening to Infinite Rocket Power. This podcast will be updated on a weekly or bi weekly basis regarding topics in my life and different aspects and perspectives about life. Today's topic is forgiveness, letting go of grudge and bitterness. Now, when dealing with forgiveness, we got to learn how to forgive, when to forgive, realizing that you need to sometimes forgive yourself. And, there's all different elements in which we have to display that at work, in business, just in all ways and elements of life. Uh, what are you all some experiences, or how do you feel about when someone has wronged you and it's made you feel some type of way? Zavion?
Well, what's up, y'all? What it do? I'm Zavion. Follow me on Instagram, Zavion47VR. Just add me. But so this happened a couple years ago. I'm gonna do it from another standpoint. I'm gonna do it from my sister's standpoint. So way back when I used to do Lyft and Uber, right? And well, eventually I had started doing Lyft. And this lady that I met, she wanted me to be like her personal driver or some shit, I guess you could say. So, anyway, make a long story short, my sister let me use her car. I had dropped her off at work and I, ran my little couple errands and shit, right? So, this particular night, I decided to go pick up the lady and so I can, do her little rides and do her rides so she could pay me. So, we got to her, I guess supposed to be her baby daddy house. And she was taking a very long time. I'm constantly texting her. I'm like, hey, girl, I got to go pick up my sister. You know what I'm saying? I need you to go and speed this up so I can pick her up. So, anyway, um, so we end up doing whatever she needs to do. I took her ass back home. So my sister just kept blowing my phone though. She was like, Zay, where you at? Do. So I couldn't really text her at the time because my charger was fucking up. I had to put my phone on super power save mode so I could save that 1%. So I was just in this whole little sticky situation. So in the hood, I went to pick her up and she was not at the job. So she had called me. She was like, pick me up at so and so, so and so. So I'm like, girl, I don't know the fuck you at. Like, what you talking about? So she getting frustrated on the phone. I'm getting frustrated. So at this point, I'm asking her like, bitch, why you mad at me for? And she was just like, cuz, you supposed to be on time. You had me waiting this about over an hour. So I'm just like, girl, okay, cool, understand. But you just have to see from my standpoint. So anyway, I went to go pick her up at the gas station because she had her and her kids. And once she said something to me, it's like my whole attitude just changed. Like I just got into attack mode. So now we at the gas station, we arguing, we fighting and shit, and I'm just like, this ain't what this supposed to happen. Like it supposed to go down like this or whatever. So anyway, I probably said like a couple months later, I had ended up going to the gas station. I see my sister. So I'm just like, well, let me go outside and talk to her because last time we met, it was a fucked up situation. Like it was not supposed to go down like that. So I feel like she forgave me in a way. Um and I kind of know that I fucked up at the same time. But it was kind of for a good cause. So I just really hope she see it as that and just not me trying to, be on some bullshit and I picked her up late and shit like that. So I just I think she forgave me. I think she did. Well,
Did you
I feel like
apologize
she did.
in the midst of
Oh
you?
yeah, I definitely apologized to her. When I seen her at the gas station, later on that night, I guess I had texted her. I was just like, I apologize for what happened that night. It wasn't supposed to go down like that. You know what I'm saying? You my sister. I love you. Shit like that. So she was like, it's cool, do. You know what I'm saying? She didn't just really take it that serious, I guess. But I really felt like that moment, it had meant something to me because me and my sister never got into no altercation like that in our life. Like where we had to get physical and shit. Yeah, I ain't never did this shit, so that was kind of something new to me. So when I did apologize to her, I was just like, I really hope she forgive me because that's my sister. Like that's my raw dog. That's my motivator. That's my go getter. Like that's my motherfucking girl. So that
Okay.
was my little one little situation that I had,
All
and
all
shit,
right.
we moved on from there.
We appreciate that, Mrs. Zavion. We appreciate that. And I love that you
Mm-hmm.
shared a personal aspect in that perspective dealing with your sister. Now, I know
Mm-hmm.
that we have several business people. Mr. Teray Love, he's new to the channel. And I know that he's in the record business, and I know that you're dealing and working with all different types of people. Share a little bit on your perspective on the topic. Oh, we can't hear you. Can y'all hear him?
You can, yeah, we can hear him.
Are y'all in a party?
Are you in the
Mm.
party?
Oh, we at the party.
Yeah, we are. We are. We all. I said, okay, you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, but I have a lot of personal, but I'm not gonna really just speak on the personal because, like I said, that was back then, and that's the old me, and it's not the new me. But on the business side of stuff, just when you doing business, I just learned like just don't take nothing personal, even if that person is not doing good business. You can't never take nothing personal as far as with doing business. So
Mm-hmm.
y'all like, do you have more? No.
You have a
I'm
story
like,
that you
no.
want to share where you chose not to take it personal?
Well, it's I have personal stories, but with the business as far as in music, I have really never took anything personal, because it's just business. Now, there was this instance where a songwriter took something personal, and instead of that songwriter calling me, and instead of emailing my attorney this long email, my attorney like, "Hey, so what's going on?" I'm like, "Wait a minute! All she had to do was just call me or whatever, and we
Right.
could have chopped it up." And but I mean, now she messed up a really great opportunity because she didn't know how to communicate. She didn't know how to control her feelings, and it wasn't nothing like that. Just I mean, you just have to be careful. You just never know. You just never know when you have an opportunity, and just you in your feelings. And what I'm saying is, we're humans. There's nothing wrong with you being in your feelings. But when it
Mm-hmm.
comes to business, it shouldn't be no type of feelings involved
Yeah, you
whatsoever.
gotta put that to the side.
You know what I'm saying? It's nothing like personal. Like, bro, I don't. Well, with her, like, I don't know you well enough to be mad. I'm sorry. I'm just
Right.
not gonna waste my energy and time. And this with anybody, just even on the personal side of it. Like, even if I have something going on with a family member, like, bro, I'm not gonna get mad. Like, you good. But I think that's just me too. That's where I'm at in life, as well. Like, I don't really take nothing personal. I don't really, get mad or get an attitude and stuff. I know you mentioned your sister. Hell, I had to fight my older brothers my whole life. Well, all of my life I had to fight. Yeah, that was me. That was me. But now that we're grown, like, I set boundaries for my brothers as far as with the personal side of stuff. But with the business side, like, I don't really take nothing personal. Even if we talked and we agreed on something and we got contracts or agreements, and you still don't follow through with your part, I still don't get mad. I go, okay then, it is what it is. I just won't do business with you no more. Thank you, God, for letting me know what's up. So,
Right.
yeah.
Okay.
Miss Neisiaaa.
Hi.
Hey, how you doing today?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing good.
That's good.
Now, any experience you would like to share with us?
Okay, this is a really tough topic, but it's a really good topic that we all need to talk about because it's a whole lot of unforgiveness going on. And it's a deep standpoint on forgiveness. It's kind of hard because when somebody do you wrong, you want to hurt them back. That's the first key point of your mind. When somebody do you wrong, you want to just, oh, I gotta do something back, or I'm gonna do you wrong. You betray me, I'm gonna betray you.
I'm
But then
guilty.
it comes to the standpoint of you having a good heart and you know that you just want to just. The second point of, okay, I'm gonna just forgive you, but then I'm not gonna mess with you the same, or I'm not gonna be around you. I'm gonna just distance myself, but I'm not gonna forget what you did to me. Now
Mm-hmm.
they some people say, "Oh, we supposed to forgive and we supposed to forgive and forget." Now that's the hard part. So
Mm-hmm.
cause how I'm supposed to forget that? How I'm supposed to forget what you done to me? So that's the hardest part. And I'm actually reading
Mm.
on a book, and it's since y'all talking about it, it's a really good book, and it's by let me go to it. It's called Forgiving What You Can't Forget, and it's by the author of Lisa Terkeurst. Terkeurst. Lisa Terkeurst. And she's her writing and how she's explaining all her, all her experiences of how people did her wrong and how she dealt with, trying to forgive people and trying to forget their, you know, the experiences she went through with them. It was kind of hard to just read on it because sometimes I had to stop and be like, okay, now some things I can't just agree on because it's kind of hard. Because I had my own experiences with my dad that hurted me. He left me. That hurted me to the core. I try to forgive him, but it's still kind of hard when you see him. When I go see him, it's still kind of hard for me to forgive because all I could think about is you left me. Why? How could you? And I'm trying to move on, but it's still kind of hard. So this topic is really hard. It's a really tough topic. And it's really something that we need to talk about. And so that's just my experience. It's just my opinions. Like, how can we forgive and forget?
Right. And
Mm.
does that even exist?
Yes.
Girl, hello.
Trey?
Hey, can you hear me okay?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, good. Thank you for having me. Um, I think, I mean, I'm not sure if there's anything I could say that hadn't already been covered. I think everybody who's spoken so far just like hit the nail on the head with it. But I think I'm probably more or less where you are. I was trying to look at your name. I'm sorry, couldn't see your name over this thing right here.
Teray.
Teray. Teray. I think I might be where Teray is in life, where things just don't bother me. I used to be fueled off of anger, and people doing me wrong. I kind of looked for that. I kind of looked forward to being messed over and done wrong, so I could run off that fuel. And now things, you could do me wrong and it don't really affect me. It don't phase me because, almost like you said, Tori, you're either not that important to me to affect me in that way, or if you are somebody who is important to me and you do, mess me over, it hurts. But I just chalk that up to you being you. So it's not really something for me to forgive. It's like that's you been showing me who you are. That's part of your character. That's who you are. And I can either choose to accept you as you are, like for instance, my father. You know what I mean? I have my issues with him, but knowing him as a man, only knowing him as a boy, and then now getting to know him as a man, and seeing some of the things that he might have done or whatever, I just chalk it up to, okay, that's just who you are. I can't change that. I can't change who you are, what you did, how it affected me. I can't do that. It's what's done is done. What I can do is I can take the time out now to get to know you as a man, why you exist on this earth, while I exist on this earth, and cherish what moments and memories that we can hopefully build and create together. Because if you're fortunate enough to know your parents, that's something that's special to me. If you're fortunate enough to have both of them or one of them or whoever raised you that's close to you in your life, it's important to me to get to know them. And if they done me wrong, then hey, that's what it is. But it's not. It's forgiveness is kind of easy because there's really nothing to forgive. I'm over it. I'm not above anybody, but I'm over the holding grudges, the pettiness. I'm over it. So that's just my take on it.
Okay, I like that. Miss Bia.
Hello, everyone. Forgiveness. Forgiveness is not for the person that hurt you. Forgiveness is for yourself, so that you don't walk around with a hardened heart, mad and angry and bitter because of something that somebody else did to you. When you think about it, you have to understand what were they going through at the time for what they did to you. The understanding that they had for why they did what they did to you. And that's why forgiveness is so important for yourself. Forgive yourself for allowing yourself to be hurt by somebody else. Because everybody don't know better, so they don't do better. I had a rocky relationship. But when it came to the time where my mother needed somebody to take care of her, I took care of her. And because I had to do those things to her, to feed her, clean her, bathe her, things of that nature, it humbled me. And it caused me to forgive my mother for she knew not what she did. And that helped me to be okay when she passed. That was the blessing in my forgiveness.
Okay.
Come on now.
Do you think forgiveness has stages?
Yes, it does. Because you got to get through that hurt first. You have to get through that hurt. And then you start to forgive yourself first. Then you work on forgiving somebody else. But you have to get with you. You have to deal with you first. Because how dare I allow you to hurt me? How dare I?
I'm sorry, y'all. Did she just really hit the motherfucking nail on the head?
Yeah, she did. She brought it home. She brought it home.
I felt that because why am I constantly hurting myself trying to do something for a next motherfucker that ain't trying to do something for themselves?
Right. What I tell you, I only support those who support me. You don't support me, don't look for me in your crowd.
Come on.
That way I can't be hurt by nobody. Because I'm going to put me first.
Come. You know what? I don't put nobody on the pedestal.
Right.
I don't care if my girlfriend, my future wife, I don't put no man or woman on a pedestal.
Unrealistic expectations.
I don't. But another thing I do with people, it's not that I don't look for people to fail, but I give everybody the benefit of the doubt. And the only reason why, because we all are humans.
Yes.
We all are not perfect. We are going to mess up, whether it's in trusting or not doing what we're supposed to do. We all gonna mess up. So I give everybody the benefit of the doubt. I give everybody the room to mess up.
Yeah. We was never created to be perfect. See, when we give people unrealistic expectations, because you're 50 or because you're 60 or however old you are, we expect you to know better. Not everybody know better.
Right.
Well, what if you're if you're in the position to expect expectations? Like for example, Troy, I know you're in the army and everything. And if me and you are, in the army fighting at war, I'm expected to cover his life. He's expected to cover mine. But if didn't get enough sleep last night and, I don't have his back, I'm going to feel he going to feel some kind of way.
But that's still your expectation. That's not his. That's yours. You chose to expect him to cover you. Cover yourself. If he do, blessings. If he don't, I'm still covered because I covered me first.
Right.
It's deep.
Face.
Okay.
She brought it home. She definitely brought it home.
She definitely brought it home. this like saying shit. You trying to trust the next motherfucker to do something for you, but you really got to trust yourself to do it. So,
you ever heard this saying? You expect people to drink. You drinking the poison, and you expect them to die. You the one drinking the poison. You the one letting yourself be hurt, and you expect other people to feel sorry because you hurt. Because you feel like they did something to you, but they going on about their life, living their best life, ain't thinking about what they did to you.
Yeah.
And here you are dying inside because somebody hurt you, who was never on a should have never been on a pedestal to be perfect, but you put them there.
Yeah. Facts.
So you're saying you feel less hurt when you have an even playing field?
I won't say an even playing field. It's gonna be my field.
Come on.
My field. This is my field. Now you decide to come on my court, you're gonna play by my rules. You don't like my rules? Go to the next court.
I like her. I'm gonna add you.
Come over to the Beehive on Saturdays at 8 p.m. Eastern time.
She tell it how it is, and
Okay.
I like how she talk.
Yeah. You don't let nobody come on your playing field and tell you how they gonna play on your field.
Right.
No, you play on my field by my rules. You don't like my rules? Go find you another field to play on.
Just beat it.
Yes. Put an egg in your shoe and beat it.
But you know, some people aren't as forthcoming to put that out there, or to just wake up and be that person.
Then you're subjected to be hurt. If you don't look out for you, who will?
Right.
If you always leaving it in the hands of somebody else to hold your heart in their hands, you'll always be broken. You got to take some responsibility for you.
That's true.
You can't always say, "Oh well, Teray love hurt me." No, I allowed him to hurt me. Because if I'd have set the boundaries in the beginning when we met, he'd have never crossed that line.
Come on. I learned that in therapy, setting boundaries.
Boundaries is important.
Yeah, boundaries is very important.
It seems like we don't learn our boundaries until later on in life.
Yes.
Yeah, you're right. You're right about that.
You have to go through something in order to understand how to get through it.
Hold up, man. Where the collection plate at? Who passed me around? Man, she dropping like for real. Like, man.
Yeah, it would. You don't have to play it loud.
Have to definitely go through it. And some stuff you don't have to go through it. Man, I ain't gonna lie. When I was young, I used to like listen to older people. Like, I don't know why. Like, I could sit and listen to an old head talk about life and stuff, and I just be and me young, not knowing, I'm just getting wisdom. Just God just blessed me with wisdom. So then I know people tell me, "Oh, you an old soul" and stuff like that. They because them older grandmas and grandpas was just telling me a lot of stuff.
But you sat around and you listen.
I listen.
Some people hear but don't listen. If you listening and you taking in what somebody else say to you, you'll take those gems, those things that they're saying to you, and apply them to yourself. But when you hear things and you just say, "Oh, they just talking," or they don't know what they talking about, and keep on moving, what end up you start falling in pits, and those are your experiences that you fall into, and then then that voice come back to you. "Oh, I remember when Granddaddy said this. Or I remember when Grandma said this. Let me get my stuff together." But some people, it takes a long time for them to understand that.
You do.
Right. Oh,
Yeah, it does.
my grandma used to say this, and when I tell y'all, she used to tell me this all the time: "Baby, just keep on living." I'm like, what is she talking about? And now I tell my little sister and stuff, "Baby, just keep on living."
Right. Because the longer you live, the more things you will experience, and the more things you will accomplish, and the more things you will get to learn. But some people, the longer they live, they still don't get it. They still don't get it. It takes somebody to be knocked down, drugged down, through the mud, down the block, round the corner to get it. They have to lose people in their lives to understand the importance of them in their life.
That's crazy. Oh.
Well, why do we have to go through that to be able to reflect?
Some people just hard-headed.
Come on. Just simple as that. It's simple.
Just hard-headed.
It's just simple.
They ain't trying to listen. So you gotta take something for them to go through some shit to know, like, hey, this your wake-up call. Shit, me, I feel like I need a wake-up call, but I don't want to be drugged.
We all do sometimes. We all do sometimes. We all need to be smacked upside the head sometimes so we can get it. Because we think we know it all and don't know it all.
True.
Until something happens, and then we say, oh, you know what? Let me get my stuff together.
Yeah, majority of the time it be like that. Yeah, wait until something happening. Oh, I shoulda. Like, bro, no. It's just like some people I know, they'll do other people wrong, and then that person gets sick. You know, I should have called them. I'm like, bro, you didn't give them their flowers while they was here.
Yeah,
don't try to give them flowers at the funeral. What's wrong with you?
Families, like that's the most. Like, I have a grandma right now. She's sick, and she haven't talked to her son in 20 some years. Yeah, because of one petty situation. One that I think is petty, but you know they think it's just serious. They're serious. I don't care what it is. Like I told my mama, you got two other kids that take care of my grandma. They talk to my grandma. He the only one that don't talk to my grandma at all because of his petty situation. Because she sold his car, sold a car, a material over money, and he never came see her. She don't even know her grandkids that he had kids by. You know, he had kids. He don't even know her grandkids by his side.
Wow.
That petty situation, you only have one mom. One. And when she's sick right now, my grandma is sick. And we telling him, like asking him, I have to be the one to ask him, hey, can you come see grandma because she's sick? Oh, I'm busy. Or it's another excuse. Or it's something else. Or something. Okay. And I'm telling him, okay, so when she died, don't become crying to the friends talking about you should do this because you only got one mom.
Those be the ones.
You got one time.
Right. Those be the ones.
Trying to jump in the grave because they got regrets.
And then he get mad at me talking about who you think you talking to. I'm just saying it's not about who I think I'm talking to. It's about I'm saying facts. I don't care what problems I got with my mom. Me and my mom fights all the time, but I'm not finna be like, oh, I ain't finna talk to you. No. I only got one mom. One. Like when she died, I don't know what I'm gonna do without my mom. So you gotta treat your mom. I don't care what he is. You only got one. Yo, I told you only got one. So when I finally told him that, when I finally got in his head, when I had to snap on him. He came to my grandma's house last month. And they talked. She got to side her grandkids. She hung out with the grandma, and they been good.
That's cool. That's good.
They cool now. So I had to tell him, like, she's sick now. You gotta come get her. Like, that had to be his wake up call for me to tell him, you only got one mom. Like, don't do that. Cause when she go, what you gonna do? You gonna be the one crying. You gonna be the one falling out.
Yep.
Then all the grandkids gonna be looking for grandma and shit. And you know, it's just.
And she was so happy. She was so happy. She didn't even bring it up.
That
she was
me
just
happy.
so happy. Yeah, she was just so happy to see all her kids and all her grandkids that she know was there. Yeah, she was very happy.
I love
and you know, she just lost all her brothers and sisters. She by herself. So we had to be the one with her family. She want her family there. So she lived. She don't want to live. Her husband died. Everybody else died. So we had to be the one to be like, we had to be there. Cause she's already talking about I'm ready to go.
To the plate to wake him up.
Yeah, I had to tell him because I was like, nah, you only got one mom. It was
Come on.
petty.
Use her. Use her, Lord. Use her.
So why do we have to let so much time go by before we are able to reunite?
Um,
That's
um,
Dang.
I really wish I had like a real answer to that, but I really feel like I'm kind of living that lifestyle right now. Um, I don't want to wait till something to happen for me to express how I feel or to let this person know how I feel. You know what I'm saying? Just say for example, where shit, back to Nisi when you talking about your grandma and her son. I don't want to wait that long for something to happen. I'm like, oh, da da da, X, Y, Z. I feel this way, I feel that way. Da da da, I love you and stuff. I don't want to do that, but I'm kind of living that situation right now in a way. And I don't know how to. I don't know how to target it. I don't know how to come about it, or I don't know how to confront it. Now, another way I'm thinking is, what if I just write this shit down on paper instead of talking to the person face to face?
Don't let your pride keep you from it. Because
And I
that's
think
all that
it's
is.
my pride.
That's what.
I was just
That's
gonna
what.
say that.
That's what
Are you
keeps
letting your
people from.
ego?
Yeah.
I really am. I ain't gonna lie, I am, and I just don't know how to face it. I don't. So I just feel like another way for me to communicate is just write this shit down on paper. Cause if I'm not gonna go to your face and say how long this shit gonna take, it's gonna be 5 years from now, 10 years from now. You know what I'm saying?
But it may not be
I don't want it.
received if you give it on
Is it-
paper.
Paper.
I know,
Yeah.
but if I give it to face, I don't know how this gonna turn out either.
Don't
So
worry
I feel
about
like-
how it turn out.
I
As
feel
long
like
as
it's a
you
better
do what
way
you're
for
supposed
me.
to do.
True, but I feel like for me, it's a better way to write it down on paper. For me, that's how I feel. So I don't know how long it's gonna take
even
for
if
me
it's
to get to that
written
point.
down on paper, I feel like with text messages writing down on paper, people can't know your tone. People
Read the
can't know how
emotion.
you feel.
Yep.
Read the emotion. They ain't gonna know where
know.
you coming from.
Yeah, that's why I
I'd
don't
rather
like
do
texting
that
now.
on face to face. I want to talk to you face to face. However it go, it go. As long as I did my part. As long as I told you how I feel. If it don't go nowhere over it, I did my part. I'm just move on. That's how I feel. That's how I,
Mhm.
you know.
I also feel like if your intention is in the right place and just pray about it. That's all you gotta do, man. Just pray about it. Let God lead your words, and it's gonna go through good, bro. It's not just pray about it. And like I said, I don't even know you. I don't even know you, but you sound like your intentions are really good, you know. So it's not gonna be that if that person
He wants to be received. He don't want to
Right,
be rejected
right,
for what he has
rejected,
to
right.
say.
Right,
Just ask that your words land on good soil, and that their heart will be receptive to your words.
Ooh, Miss
Right.
B.
Right.
Ooh,
You know what I'm
yes.
saying? That's
Miss B, you got
Thank
all
you.
the correct words to say.
look, thank you, Pastor B. Thank you, Pastor B.
So, Xavier, let me ask you: are you intimidated?
I'm not gonna say well. I don't want to say I'm intimidated. I just don't know what the outcome would be.
He doesn't want to be rejected for his good deed coming forth with what he has to say, and I can understand that. You don't want to go to somebody to ask for forgiveness or I'm sorry, and they be like, get out my face. I don't want to hear what you got to say. That's rejection.
Yeah, that is true.
He wants them to be receptive of what's coming from his heart, and I can understand that.
Savion, there's a, this might not be popular, but there's more than one way to get your message across to somebody. Me personally, like if there's something that you need to say to me, I would prefer a face-to-face. I would prefer if I need something important to say to somebody a face-to-face, but there's more than one way to get the message across to somebody. I appreciate a good letter. I love to write letters to people. I write letters. And to me, it's more personable. I mean, there's nothing more personable than a face-to-face, but it's the next step to being more personable than sending me a text. You send me a text, that's effortless. You sending me an email, that's effortless. You sitting down talking to me face to face, that requires effort. That requires courage. You writing me a letter, that requires effort. That requires courage. Because you have to take the time to sit down, get that pen, get that paper, get the thoughts together,
Yes.
and say what you need to say to me. So don't
That's why I say I
be
rather write on
discouraged
paper.
about writing a letter to somebody. You know, now don't also be discouraged from being face to face with somebody out of fear. All right, but it's about being tactful and choosing the best possible way to communicate the message that you need to communicate. Sometimes it's writing somebody a song, sometimes it's writing somebody a poem. It don't matter how you get the message to them, as long as they get the message.
Right.
I concur.
agree.
Yeah, for real. Concur. Yeah, for real. It's crazy that you said that because I'm not good at writing what I feel. I know in therapy I do it, right? I do it, but it's still, even with that, it's hard. But one thing I can do, like, I'm a musician. I've been playing the piano for 20 years. I could put it in the music that I make. You know, so the way I feel, I put it in the music. I'm not saying if I feel some way, I go talk to somebody, but like that's like my daily.
And shit they feel they put into their music if they can't tell it to somebody or write it down.
Yeah, that's why Red Room is so.
That's a third favorite of mine. You know, next to face to face being on top, letter. I love it. Like I'm just a letter person, and then music. Music is an experience. It's an expression. It's a form of communication. And if you can reach me through music, I think we all experience music. We all got our songs that we like to listen to when we're feeling some kind of way or whatever. You know what I mean? And that message just hit home.
Right.
So it's yeah, I'd be interested to hear what kind of music you play. I'm interested. But yeah, the point is just get your message across, and I think knowing who you're dealing with, whether it's you asking them for forgiveness or you trying to get them to initiate them to ask you for forgiveness. You just got to know who you're talking to, who your audience is,
right,
and what would be the best way to reach them. And if that's face to face, then try to make that happen. Build up the courage to make that happen. If that's a letter, if that's a song, a poem, however you want to do it. I created this world for you. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. So
And I'm glad we're talking about this, Zavion, because I have been found guilty of one of my shortcomings, which is not wanting to hear that apology. It'll be, F you for life, or whatever understanding I had of the situation. It's just that understanding. I wouldn't take time to hear what you had to say. I already did my detective work. I'm good.
right.
And I found that that was a disadvantage for me. You can miss out on a lot of things just by doing that. But I had to grow into that understanding.
So can I ask you something? Have you ever missed out on anything by you saying, if you, if this, you don't want to hear what they saying? Have you experienced that yet?
I'm going to say that it wasn't the person that I missed out on. It was realizing, it was like a realization came over me. You get what I'm saying? Because like, and for instance, this, me and Mr. Love over here, he explained to me when I met him, let's say we had an hour-long, a 30-minute conversation, and a day, the next, maybe like a week later, I came up to him and he didn't recognize me. And I took offense to that because he didn't recognize me. But later on, about a week or two later, we had another talk, and, he explained, hey, it wasn't nothing personal, and he's a wonderful guy, but I could have missed out on knowing who he was. He could not be at this podcast right now sharing who he is as a person. You get what I'm saying? So,
right.
and for instance, so I would have missed out on something.
Right. Okay. Mr. Love, you came through. You came through, love.
No, we really had a good conversation, and yeah, and then she asked me if I want to be on a podcast. I'm like, wow, nobody never ever asked me to be on a podcast.
Look,
So I'm like,
love, you is welcome anytime, any day. The floor is here.
yeah, I'm down with
Y'all
it.
know the vibe.
Right. So like I said, I hurry up, deaf. Oh, I can't stand this Atlanta traffic. Hurry up and got on down. So,
Yeah, Atlanta traffic is serious.
Man, yeah, it was, man. They had they had a lot of stuff going on. Just with, they had Pride Fest, and then they had the one Music Fest, and man, when I tell you, it was packed. Like it was packed. They
The
had
highway is
police.
crowded 7 days a week.
Right, well, that too.
7 days
too.
a week, all 7
Yeah.
lanes, 7 days a week.
Yeah. So I was like, let me hurry up and get on here to this podcast. I'm so glad because man, Neisiaaa, you know what? Am I saying your name right? Oh, Neisiaaa. Trey, B, man, you really, man. Zavion, like, man, like, now this have been like, I want to do this again. This had really been, I liked it.
So let me ask
I
y'all
have
one more
learned a lot.
question. So, in the spirit of forgiveness, have you found yourself sometimes, or could have been anti-forgiveness?
Sometimes we can say I forgive and really didn't forgive because that same situation still hurts you. It's easy to say it, but it's harder to
goes
do
with
it.
Forgive and forget. Like all it ties in together. It's very hard to forgive and forget. Very hard.
So do you believe in forgive and forget?
At this point, no. Cause I will forget. It's kind of hard. It's hard for me.
I think the forget thing is something big. Because people, they not going to forget whatever the
You're
fuck
gonna never
happened,
forget.
or they
Yeah,
not going to let
right.
that shit go.
Yeah.
But you
So you
can't
can say you forgive all day, but I really feel like you not forgiving. You just can't get that bad thought that happened. So once you get that part out the way, then you probably can forgive that person. But till then, you gonna be stuck on, damn, I can't forget what you did. I can't forget what you did. Like, this shit gonna be stuck in your head forever.
So
But that's
do
not
that mean-
necessarily a bad thing, though, because I mean, and this is just
You
my
won't go down
opinion.
that
I'm not-
road again.
I'm not saying exactly,
Right.
exactly, because you don't
Right.
learn anything. If you forget something, it's like history. If we don't learn from history, we just gonna keep doing the same thing over and over again. So this person has created a history with you. And they created this history where they've hurt you, and you can choose to forgive them, but you can't choose to forget. Like this is just me again. I don't care what any therapists say. I've seen therapists. I'm not forgetting that, because if I choose to forget what they did to me, I'll allow
You
them
gonna
the
be
door
repeating
to do it
same.
again.
Do it again, yes.
Or
But
somebody
not even
else.
just
on that
them,
key.
somebody else. That's right,
Yeah.
somebody else.
Yeah.
Because
You giving
a lot
them
of us
the
are
key to
repeat
do that shit
offenders.
again.
Right.
Repeat
Oh, yeah.
offenders, and you'll find repeat offenders in other people. But then you have to turn around and look at you. Why am I attracting these repeat offenders? It still goes back to self-accountability. We still have to take accountability for the hurt we allow ourselves to be in.
Right.
Can't nobody use you, mistreat you, unless you allow yourself to be in that position.
Yes.
B, I'm gonna need you to be quiet. Say another word. Cause I ain't gonna lie, that's true.
This is a good
Because I really feel
topic.
like the person that I was talking to and just some of the shit that he was doing, I just felt like I kept letting shit slide. I'm trying to forgive the nigga, just move on, live my life. But it just, the motherfucker just kept repeating the same shit over and over again. So now it's like, bitch, Zavion, wake up. When you gonna realize this ain't it? This ain't the person. Bitch, you gotta elevate. This nigga ain't elevating with you. What the fuck did you gonna do? So yeah, I totally agree. I definitely agree with that.
And also about just knowing your worth too. If you know your worth,
That's
then
it.
you
Oh,
know
most definitely.
you won't let nobody. Yeah.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
Know
Because I had to
yourself,
sit down. I had to
yes.
sit there for a second. Like, bitch, you know your worst day. You know what you capable of. Why you still repeating the same shit with this nigga? Like, what is he doing for you?
Because you get into something when you don't know your worth, and then when you realize it, like, what the hell?
She
That's
said-
exactly what happened. Like, what the fuck?
She
You get to
said
talk
it.
to yourself like, what?
She said
So,
it.
That's definitely true, though. It's definitely
You
true.
think that
I
when you
tell
realize yourself is you can, when you find your worth, you think it's easier to forgive yourself a little quicker, a little better.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
Hell yeah, if you found your worth, most definitely.
What were you gonna
Because
say?
you couldn't find your worth at first.
That was
I forgot
Trey.
now.
To
Let me
Ray.
see y'all.
Oh,
That's right.
I'm sorry.
Oh, what, I didn't know. I wouldn't say something. No. Well, you know what? Let me say this. I also would tell people, as far with the relationship stuff, I would tell people before you get into a relationship, I really truly find out what you want and how you are. You know, I don't understand how people just jump into a relationship and they haven't fixed the trauma that they had, and they bring that trauma
because there's a
in.
need in them that they're looking for from somebody else. They're trying to get it from somebody else to fill the need that's in them that needs to already be filled before you reach out to somebody else.
Yeah, they don't need to be in a relationship. Just
That's
give
where the
yourself
unrealistic
time to grow.
expectations come from, because we expect this person to love us, we expect this person to treat us a certain type of way, and then when they don't, our feelings is hurt.
Yeah.
But you didn't fulfill the need in you, that sore spot in you, that openness, that emptiness in you, before you decide to bring someone else in. You have to be whole in order to bring someone else into your life.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I feel like our society
Totally
doesn't
agree.
teach us that.
It doesn't. It doesn't. But you know what does? Experience.
Yeah.
Yes.
Whew. Experience. All day.
Can I
Yeah,
be,
society ain't gonna show
Can
us
I
this
be
shit.
vulnerable for a minute?
Sure you
I
can.
just wanna be vulnerable.
It's a safe
Okay.
space.
Okay.
I'm going through, because they already know, I'm going through a divorce right now. I am. But it's been hard, but the divorces came on my plan to do that because I just got tired. I was fed up with a lot of stuff I've been saying to do for a man, as a man to do for a wife. I haven't felt like a wife since I've been a wife. And it's just that as taking a role as a man, for me, I feel like I was the mother instead of the wife.
Always.
I feel like that's not even what most. I feel like completely the mother, like with every single thing, and I just was tired. As me going through this divorce, and I actually feel free. I actually feel happy. But it comes to what you was just saying. I have to work on myself. I have to grow on myself. I have to heal myself, and that's what I'm doing now. Like I'm doing that, cause y'all, marriage is hard.
It's not. It is not for the weak. It is not for
It's
the
not
weak.
easy. It's not
I
easy.
told
And
somebody, I said,
got
you know what?
married too fast, and I'm 26
At the place where you go to get your marriage license, they should have a box of knee pads and the powerful praying wife book, because that's where you're gonna stay at, on your knees in your marriage.
I'm gonna be praying for you too, as well. Yeah, I'm gonna be praying for
Thank
you because
Neisiaaa, you got this. You got this. You was a strong black woman. You don't
You
need
filed
no man for
already?
nothing.
Yes, I filed already. It's just him. I'm waiting on him. He don't want it. But
What would you do if it doesn't go through?
What would I do?
Yeah, what would you do if it doesn't go
Shit,
through?
She's still gonna be FREE.
No. What if it doesn't go through? Because sometimes things change. What if it doesn't go through? What if he decides to change and does change, and he shows you that he changed?
I'm believing this. I really believe in this
He could've
right
been
here. When they
changed.
said we been together for 6 years, almost. 6
Everybody
years.
don't change at a certain rate. Some people have, like I said, have to lose people in order to learn what they had.
Come on.
So just say she decides to go back with this person, and
That's
back
still
to
her
what we was
business
talking
because
about
that's her
earlier.
husband.
Yeah,
That's
that's
still
her
her
business. That's her
Mhm.
business. But what if she didn't forget all the shit that he did?
That's still
Yeah,
she don't have to
that's
forget. She don't have to forget.
But
She
I'm
don't.
saying,
But
my thing is,
that's up to her to say, you know what, I'm gonna give you another chance. That's still up to her.
my thing is,
And we
like,
can't say,
what
oh,
they
she's
say, once a
stupid
woman
because that's her
fed
husband.
up,
You're
they
fed up.
fed up.
Yeah.
I'm fed up. You know how many times I took him back? Say, I said I'm done with you, left him alone, and still went back because I loved him. Because I couldn't do it. But this time when I said I was done,
You done.
and I left, and I ain't feel nothing towards that, I said, oh yeah, I'm done. I'm fed up.
When a woman
I feel
fed
free.
Mm-hmm. Only she know what she can do. As it says, you have to be sick and tired of being sick and tired. Of being sick and tired of being sick and tired. Before you release yourself from some things.
Hold on,
And
B,
when
I'm
that
gonna-
happens,
I'm gonna need you to say it again, girl.
you gonna write it down.
'Cause I need to put that shit in my motherfucking book because I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired.
Yeah.
But
And
yeah,
that's when-
I
that's
just
when
felt
you
like
make
I
the
was just
decision.
I kept settling. I kept feeling like I was just keep on settling, and I'm
And a
I'm
repeat
telling
offender
him,
offense.
and I'm honest. I'm an honest person. So if I'm telling you how I feel and what I need and how I feel and reciprocate, I'm not gonna yell at you. I'm not gonna treat you like a son.
Yeah, 'cause you're
I'm
not his
gonna
mother.
talk to you. I'm talking to you like an adult. I'm telling you how I feel, but it's still like it's going out. It going in one ear, not the other. And then you giving me half, like you trying, you saying that you're trying, but you like giving me half steps, like you're not trying. To me, I know you can't change it one day, but it's been 5-6 years now. Like I'm tired. My breaking point, and what he did to me last, I ain't gonna say it, but that was my breaking point.
Hey, only you know your breaking point.
What you saying?
How
Only
much
you.
grace is too much grace?
So,
Now that's a hard question right there.
Okay,
Yeah,
if you
yeah.
I'm gonna skip on this.
so, but you know what? But you know what?
What your
the
answer
way-
is, love?
this is what I always think about, and I know my girlfriend get mad at me for this, and you can't be this. I'm like, it don't got nothing with me being perfect. I understand that I mess up a lot. I also understand that God give me a lot of grace.
Yes, he does.
And mercy.
Yes, he does.
So I try to extend that to
Same
the next
grace.
person. So I mean, I don't really know amount. I'm just telling you how, like, I know that I do stuff all the time, and God still like, you know what? I'm still
Bless
gonna
you.
extend this grace and mercy. You know, so I extend the same to everybody.
See, we
And I
as
don't really-
humans, we don't take on that agape love. We don't take on that type of
I
love.
like the word.
We love with conditions. If you do this for me, I'll do this for you. If you don't do this for me, I'm not doing this for you. And that's how humans react to love. And that's why it's conditions to how you treat me. Because if you don't treat me right, I'm not going to treat you right. When it shouldn't be that way. If we took on that type of love, that agape love, no matter what you did, because the Bible says a multitude of sin. I mean, a love covers a multitude of sin. Love should never be limited. It should always extend. It should always go past the limit. But we as humans, we don't react like that. We don't use love like that. Our love come with conditions.
See, sister, let me just checking your cash out. I gotta get you. I gotta get the offering. Cause she
on it.
that vibe, that's I'm telling you, and that's one thing people I don't know if they dislike about me, I don't know if they don't believe me, but that's the type of, like, cause God have been so good to me. I'm not saying this like I could like cry right now, like God have
You have
been
to
so
experience him to understand That type of
Right.
love.
God have been so good to
Mhm.
me. Like I used to work. I'm talking about work. My mama was sick. I'm work. That's all I knew. Work. Help my mama was sick. Work. Help my grandma. Like that's all I knew. That's all I knew. But still now, you know, my mom, my grandma gone. Like God is constantly blessing me. I'm not taking that for granted. So the same way God still showed grace and mercy until this day for me, I gotta extend it to everybody else. You know. So man, God is so good. Y'all don't understand. Like I'm like I was just telling her, I'm sorry, Infinite Rock. I was just telling her the other day, like I don't have to clock in. I don't have to clock in. I wake up, get to do what I want to do. Thank God for waking me up, and I can get to do music for a living and make good money, like good money off of it. And I'm so thankful, and I know I don't take that for granted. I don't.
Right.
So
When you married, Neisiaaa, when y'all got married, did y'all take vows? Because I know this new millennial, they don't do vows anymore. The honor and the love. No, they don't.
They don't?
No.
When?
No.
I didn't know when they started.
Till
We did it
death
the
do
old
we
traditional
till-
way. We did it the old traditional way. We went to a church. We got a pastor of the miracles. So we did the vows. Yeah, we did.
to love, to honor, to cherish, till death do us part. I would remind him of that every time.
You know what, DSP? I'm telling you to be honest. I have. We have. I even talked about marriage counseling. We even did. We went to a pastor, did marriage counseling, all that. I couldn't get to him. With no communication. No.
He need
It
therapy
was
by
no
himself.
I think it was just that.
Yeah.
He need therapy by himself.
He didn't want to do that. I can't make a person change.
Yeah.
Like
Because
I
he don't want
said,
to acknowledge the pain, the hurt that he's dealing with. And instead of him dealing with it to be a better person for himself, he'd rather not. But what he's going to do, he's going to leave you and do the same thing to somebody else. His mother living?
Yeah, his mother living.
He got a good relationship with his mother?
More like she want to be married to him. Yeah.
See, that's what it is. He looking for another mother in you.
Yeah.
He looking for another mother in you.
That makes sense.
Yeah, because his grandma, his grandma treat him like a baby. His mama treat him like a baby. And he got a twin brother. And he got a twin brother that they treat like a baby, but he don't allow that because he already got his stuff together. Like he have a wife, but he put his wife on he put his wife. You know, his wife go first.
He put her first.
So
he put her first.
That's
the way he's
and I
supposed
be
to.
like, why you can't do the same for me? I'm your wife.
Because that's not how he was raised. That's not how he was raised. Yeah.
So yeah, I was just tired. Honestly,
Hey.
I was fed up.
That's your choice.
Like I said, Neisiaaa,
And I
you a
support
strong
whatever
black
you
woman.
choose.
You got this. I support you in the decision you made. You is that motherfucking girl. You is black magic. And you gonna find somebody that gonna take care of you. Instead of you take care of them.
Like I said,
Or
I'm
y'all
be
take care of
praying
each
for you.
other.
But not just take care of her. He gonna love you for who you are.
Who she is.
He gonna love
Right.
your heart.
Yeah.
And y'all gonna take care of each other. It's not gonna be a one-way street.
Exactly.
Y'all gonna take care of each other.
Come on, B. Come on.
And it ain't always about finances. Because intimacy is the best. When you come into me, when you can touch the inner parts of my soul with words, that's what's important. He could be broke. He could be broke. But because he love you through and through is what you're gonna love.
Yeah.
And you'll make it work.
All right.
I got you.
So before we go ahead and close on this on out, we're gonna do a round table and we can just give our final thoughts on the topic. Trey?
Yeah. So, like, I'm sorry, exactly what is it? What you want me to?
Your final thought.
Just close it out.
Your
Just
final
close it out.
thoughts
Your final thoughts.
on the topic.
Just sum up your whole.
your
Sum it up.
Right.
I'm a viewer, and I'm going through something in reference to trying to forgive. I got revenge in my heart, and I want to know what Dick Tracy has to say about it.
Okay. All right. Thank you for that. Okay. I mean, like I said again, I think everybody here hit the nail on the head with it. And if you're going through something, you don't know how to forgive, you don't know how to forget, that's okay. Sometimes you have to go through to make it through, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it does.
You can't have people telling you, you can have people telling you things and telling you things and telling you things that you should do. But at the end of the day, you have to live your life sometimes. Sometimes we learn from listening to other people and watching other people's experiences. And we're able to, take that to heart and practice it. And then sometimes we have to go through things in order to make it out of the other side. Sometimes you have to wear them scars. You have to show them scars. And each scar is going to be a reminder of something that you made it through. So just continue to hang in there. Forgive. Personally, for me, don't forget, but you'll get there. You'll be all right.
Thank you. Miss Bia.
All right. Forgiveness is never for the other person. It's for you. And those scars are there for a purpose, because people want to know what you've been through when you're talking to them. They don't want to know where you've been. They want to know what you've been through. And that's the only way you're going to help other people.
Okay.
Your turn.
I'm gonna say forgiveness is really a big choice that you have to make. It's up to you if you want to forgive somebody or not. It's really just a decision for you to decide. So that's all I really have, honestly.
Mr. Love.
All I gotta say is forgive, but of course don't forget. But once again, extend grace and mercy. So that's all I gotta say.
All right. It's Neisiaaa.
I'll just say, like, just go through the process. Just like work on it. Just try your best to work on forgiving. But if you can't forget, just get to the part of forgiving. And that's all I gotta say. Like,
and I'm just going to say forgiveness comes with the understanding, and sometimes we just need to allow ourselves grace to come to that understanding. Because you never know who or what opportunities are out there that you may miss out on, that God has in store for you because of that. And with that being said, I appreciate y'all. I love this topic, and it's to be continued. One more?
Yeah, so before I close out, I just want to give a shout out to everybody for coming in, for having this beautiful discussion. T-Ray, I appreciate you for showing out, coming out, show out, pop out. Neisiaaa, I appreciate you. Bill, Dick, Infinite, y'all know what it is. Also, if y'all haven't already, please check out Bill, BillRomaset.com. Please get her shampoo, beard butter, whatever y'all need to get that hair right. Y'all know where to go to. Check out Infinite Rocket Power. What is it? Prosperity Boutiques. Please come get your jewelry. She do have them on deck. They all for sale. Please come get them. Fuck as y'all said.
And with that being said, we out of here.
You got jewelry for locks?